Whenever we go out on the hunt looking for a new place to live, I feel like there are three things that we're always really looking for. Is this area gonna match my lifestyle? Is this area gonna be in a good location, close to the things I need and the amenities I like to do with my family? And then three, is the housing in this area going to meet the needs of my family and I? And in today's video, I wanna show you a really cool area that's gonna naturally offer you charm, character, and convenience. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to College Park. Right before this video, we actually jumped into a coffee shop and actually started speaking to the owner at New Moon Market. And he told us that he's been here in College Park for 10 years. And I had to ask, why do you decide College Park? And he told us the community. He's seen little kids grow into grown adults. He's seen professionals grow their businesses, families, and lives. And he says he loves seeing them on a daily and weekly basis. And that's exactly what you can expect here in College Park. You're gonna have tons of mom and pop shops just like that, with people that you know and people that you trust. And another big reason why so many people get to know each other and become friends and almost a tight-knit family is that they have a lot of different community events. Every once in a while, they're gonna shut down Edgewater Drive, and they're gonna do farmers markets, and they're gonna do art shows and venues. And also during the holidays, you're gonna have tons of festivities as well. And that's one thing that's just gonna add on top of this community vibe. Now, not only that, we're here so accessible to the greater Orlando area and the amenities it has to offer. And one of the most beautiful things has to be that you feel like you're in that tight-knit community where you know everybody and love the vibe, but also you have such easy access to everything else Greater Orlando has to offer. Now I want to take you guys for a little bit of a tour. We're going to go look at some affordable 3-story townhomes right next to College Park in a beautiful area called the Packing District. And while we're on the way there, I want to give you guys a little bit of an insight into how close are we to everything in the greater Orlando area. So one of the coolest things about College Park is you're only 10 minutes away from downtown Orlando. So what that means for you is if you want to go watch Orlando Magic or Orlando City Soccer, or you want to go to Lake Eola, the downtown farmers market, those are all very accessible options. So you not only have the amenities here in College Park, but also everything downtown Orlando has to offer. If you need to travel, the Orlando International Airport's about 20 to 25 minutes away. And of course, we are in the homeland of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. We're only 25 to 30 minutes away from Walt Disney World, ladies and gentlemen. And then of course, we're in Florida. We need to go to the beach at some point. So if you want my recommendation, New Smyrna Beach is always my favorite place to go on the East Coast. An hour to an hour and 15. If you want to go over to the West Coast, which has typically some cooler, warmer water, Clearwater Beach is gonna be your place to visit. But I'd say if you're just moving to Florida, it's good to explore all the different beaches Florida has to offer and pick which one's your favorite. Now we're driving through some of the streets here in College Park, and there's such a blend of different types of real estate. You're gonna have the old bungalow homes, and then you're gonna have some Mediterranean, Italian inspired homes. And then you're also gonna have, you know, that new modern luxury style. But on average, in the past 6 months in the 32804 zip code, which is College Park, the homes have been selling on average about $810,000 and about $368 a square foot. And compared to like downtown Orlando, you're at like 310 to 350 depending on the area. So what that means is you are in one of the higher price per square foot area, and it shows that people are really willing to pay to be in this type of community. Whenever we have areas that are so popular, developers want to come in and kind of expand as much as they can. And that's exactly what they did with the Packing District, which is right next to College Park. There was just a big development with a new Publix, a new food hall, and also Toll Brothers, a notorious luxury builder, came into the area and they built 3-story townhomes. And that's where we're headed right now. So here we are at the Brix in the Packing District, a 200-acre mixed-use development area. Now, this community is literally right next to College Park, I like to say you're still in College Park. Ultimately, you have a brand new food hall, and then right across from it, you're gonna have a brand new Publix, a Foxtail Coffee, and some more retail coming very, very soon. I saw that they have a Grain and Berry that's being built right now. Now here specifically in the Brix, this is a Toll Brothers community with 3-story townhomes, and most of them have rooftops as well. So a lot of these townhomes, you are actually gonna have a view of downtown Orlando from your rooftop, which is something super cool. We're gonna be taking a look at the Nova Elite Modern, which is gonna feature 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms with 2,085 square foot with a 2-car garage, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of this tour, I'm gonna break down all the finances, the pricing, the HOA, the amenities, everything, just so you guys can have all the information on the property. Now, a couple of things to mention before we come inside is that you are gonna have the YMCA literally walking distance. I'm gonna just turn this way so you guys can see how close we are. Right behind us. This whole area of the packing district is to create a community where everything is health conscious and everything is very accessible. If you like that vibe of, you know, almost like Europe, where everything is super accessible, you're walking everywhere. You can walk to the packing district, College Park, Edgewater Drive. Even here in the community, you're gonna have tons of walking trails around the community. And then not only that, you're also gonna have an amphitheater that is owned by the city of Orlando behind this community. So expect even more events coming soon. Now let's focus on this townhome community. You have 3 different floor plans starting in the high 400s. And like I mentioned, I'm gonna get all the info to you after. The first floor of this specific floor plan is gonna be 1 bedroom or a flex room with a 2-car garage. The second floor is gonna be your living, dining, and kitchen with a half bath. And then your third floor is gonna be 2 bedrooms and the rest of your bathroom. So let's go ahead and get inside. Now, stepping into the townhome, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing I want you to know is a little bit about the construction of these townhomes. The whole entire first floor is gonna be made with concrete block and construction, just so it has a very solid base in the event that hurricane does come or something like that. It gives you a good peace of mind to have that information. Here, we're gonna be stepping into the first floor. Now, speaking with the sales reps and the builders, there is gonna be a wall here that's gonna separate this entire bedroom. This is currently just used as a model home. So you're gonna have some space, and imagine this is gonna be a little hallway, and then you're gonna have a door right here that you can enter into your bedroom. Nice windows facing north and the east side of the property, and then you're gonna have a bathroom right over here. Right over here, you'll have your entrance into your 2-car garage. So let's go ahead and check out the second floor. Now, as you come up to the second floor, the first thing you're gonna notice is like, wow, we're on the second floor of a home. Typically, you don't feel so much space, and it's because you're gonna have 10-foot ceilings here on the second floor. It's gonna feel very airy and spacious and tons of natural light with beautiful windows. Of course, this is a corner unit, so if you want that extra natural light coming from the side, make sure to, you wanna think about a corner unit. Now, here you're gonna have the beautiful kitchen. Big, large island with the beautiful cut of quartz, your nice custom cabinetry. And one of my favorite things about this community, and something you don't really see often here in Florida, is you're gonna have natural gas stove and water heater as well. Such a big difference when you're cooking a steak. There's nothing better than getting a ribeye, putting it on a cast iron skillet on a gas stove. Now, right over here, you're gonna have tons of countertop space, your farmhouse sink, bunch of windows bringing in more natural light facing the south side of the property, built-in appliances, pantry right over here. This kitchen really has it all. As we enter into the living room, we're gonna pass the dining space where the light fixtures are gonna be coming with the property. And then here, we are in the living room. This kind of gives you a vibe of like, okay, this is what it would feel like to live in a luxury home in New York City. That's how it makes you feel in a way. I've never been in a luxury home in New York City, but this is beautiful space to relax. Again, this whole entire floor is just gonna give you a grandiose feel with the tall ceilings. And Toll Brothers always has a specific way of doing things, and they showed it here in these townhomes. This is a great way to set up your living space, clear area for your table, for you to get creative in your design and everything. And right over here next to me, we're gonna have our half bath. And now, let's go check out the third floor. Now, as we step up into the third story, below your feet throughout this townhome, you're gonna have a few different options. Some townhomes are gonna come with the ceramic tile option, some are gonna come LVP. That's not gonna be necessarily for you to choose. It's gonna be you to choose a townhome that might have more or less the finishes and location of the townhome that you're looking for. So it's kind of, these are all gonna be inventory homes that are already built and designed, and you kind of pick which one feels the best for you. Here we are in the master with plenty of space, nice natural light. Here's gonna be your walk-in closet, and then right in here is gonna be your master bathroom with a private toilet. Now, if we continue through, here you're gonna have a nice linen closet, laundry room with washer and dryer. And then here we have the next guest bedroom that's gonna be very spacious as well with its own private bathroom. So this is gonna be perfect for your kids, family members who's coming into town, or if maybe someone wants to use the downstairs bedroom as well. The theme that Toll Brothers is always gonna bring is, hey, let's get natural light. They listen to the people, and ultimately that's what it is about. Now, let's look at, I think what is so attractive about these townhomes is the view. Let's go. So here we are, technically at the 4th floor. And one of the perks about Florida is obviously the weather, but one of the downsides about Florida is also the weather. Here we want to show you everything, but it is pouring. You know what? If you look from right over here, you can actually get a beautiful view of downtown. And I'll tell you what, I think this is so cool. You can do an outdoor grill. You can hang out. Most of the townhomes are gonna have the terrace. So, you know, you could wave, you get to know your neighbor, you guys start hanging out together. It's a really cool time, and you can make it more private if you want, but I think that's a really cool thing. At the end of the day, everybody's upstairs enjoying their peace and quiet. So now let's get back to the 2nd floor, and I wanna give you all the numbers and get you out of here. Come on. So here we are at the end of the tour, ladies and gentlemen, and now let's kind of get into some of the nitty-gritty details. The HOA of this community, if you are facing the common ground garden areas, then your HOA is gonna be $179. If you're not, maybe you're by a sidewalk, it's gonna be $153 a month. So you are gonna have different HOAs depending on which way your townhome is facing. You're gonna have the common ground space where you can go for walks and everything. So there is gonna be that slight difference in terms of HOA. This townhome, they have a couple inventories where they have 3 of them currently selling for $680,000, and then they have a couple of them that are around $720,000. Some are corner units with higher upgrades, some have a flex room on the 1st floor with only 2 bedrooms and a flex. So it's just gonna be kind of picking and choosing which one you like. So they have some at $680,000, some at $720,000, but they also have some other 3-story townhomes around 1,500 to 1,600 square feet for only $480,000. That is one thing to consider. This is the biggest townhome that they have here, but you do have some options if maybe you want to go a little more affordable. Now, in terms of incentives, they're giving you up to 4% in flex cash money, so you could use that to either cover all of your closing costs or buy down your interest rate. In my opinion, closing costs will be around 3 to 3.5%. So I'd allocate that amount, 3.5 or 3.25, towards your closing costs, and then use the rest to buy down your interest rate. Current market rates are at 7. 1%, which is 1 point that you pay, is gonna lower your rate about 1/4 to 1/3 of a percentage. If you're at a 7 and you pay 1 point, which will be, 1% of the purchase price of the home. So if it's a $500,000 townhome, 1 point costs $5,000. That can lower your percentage about 1/4 to 1/3 of a percentage. So instead of being at 7, you could be at 6.75 all the way to like 6.6, 6.65, somewhere around there. So those are some good credits that you can use essentially to lower your interest rate, lower your monthly payment. On FHA, you could go as low as 4.99. On conventional, you can go as low as 5.5. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, this really is a beautiful area that maybe isn't talked about enough here in the Orlando metro area, and I want to be the resource to show you guys some areas that you might not know about, give you some very transparent and raw information on what's going on here in the real estate market, and helping you guys be a little bit more informed when you guys are ready to make decisions, or even friends or family. So guys, if you do want to reach out to us, we're experts here in Central Florida, and we're dedicated to making sure we can help all of our clients have the best experience. Really, our mission statement is always going to be to show you the best opportunities. It's going to be to negotiate the best possible deal, and then also to keep your money safe. right? So we wanna make sure we go through all of those points on every transaction and making sure you guys have a very clear and beautiful experience. And ultimately, my team name is called the Satori Group. And what Satori actually means is a moment of immense clarity and understanding. And that's what we do for people here in the real estate industry. A lot of people think it's complicated, and we're here to demystify that and make it very simple for you guys to understand, to have a good experience. Guys, if you wanna reach out to us, we're located here in downtown Orlando. Our phone number is 407-250-9691. You can email us at satorirealestategroup.com, or you can go on our website to check out some listings. Also, we're very active on Instagram, so if you want to see some cool homes in the area, more shorter form content, feel free to follow me at Renzo Montiuti. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope to see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.